Hi, Fat Yogi friends. Today we are flowing super gently. It is Fat Yogi Gentle Flow. So grab your mats and let's get started. I'm going to let everybody in. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Hey, hey, hey.
Morning.
All right, so this is Fat Gentle Flow. Go ahead and find whatever you're going to use to sit on, and let's begin in seated. So if it's a bolster, blanket, something like that, something to sit on, that's the goal. And once you find it, it's whatever position feels good. So legs extended, legs crossed, whatever feels good this morning. And then just bring your hands to your knees and think about shoulders away from ears and closing your eyes, tapping back into the breath. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. So welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a fabulous morning. You're here, right? So of course it's fabulous. All right, so let's find our seats. Let me find my seat. So as we kind of sit here, tap into your body. What does it feel like? Wiggle your toes, wiggle your thighs and legs, flex your muscles, see what's going on. Just kind of check in with yourself. How is everything feeling this morning? And then once you kind of settle here and find your sit pose that feels awesome, then just begin to seal your lips and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. So first thing I want to do is some of that Nadi Shodhana, which I like. All of a sudden like obsessed with this Nadi Shodhana. So it's that nostril breathing. So if you've been in my other gentle classes, you know. So begin by bringing your hand in front of your face. Your eyes stay closed. Your ring finger and pinky kind of tuck into your hand, and your middle finger would touch your left nostril, your thumb would touch your right nostril, and your index finger touches that third eye, so that space between your eyebrows. Just a gentle touch to kind of hold it steady. So cover your left nostril and take a deep breath in on the right. And then cover the right, let go of the left, exhale the left. Inhale the left. Cover the left, exhale the right. Inhale the right. Cover the right, exhale the left. Inhale the left. Cover the left, exhale the right. Inhale the right. Cover the right, exhale the left. Inhale the left. Cover the left, exhale the right. Inhale the right. Let's just take a few breaths on your own. And then go ahead and come back to center. You can take your hand down from your face and keep your eyes closed and continue breathing with your lips sealed and through the nose. And then just notice like what came up for you. Like, did it feel like you couldn't get enough breath? Did it feel like you were super focused? Was there something negative or positive that came up? Like, just reflect on how the nostril breathing went for you. Sometimes when we do things, like when it comes to breathing or yoga, we go along with it, but then like you feel like, oh, is this right? Is this wrong? I don't like this. I like this. So let's reflect on those feelings. As we breathe here, begin to lengthen the breath. So finding that ujjayi breath. So here we would count to 4, 5, or 6 on the inhale, and then the exhale would be the same, 4, 5, or 6. So take a deep breath here, and then exhale, and then inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. And just notice, like, do you need more? Do you need less? Like, how did that feel? Is it perfect? So take a few rounds here to find that perfect ujjayi breath, which just means paced breath. So on that next exhale, I'd like for you to just begin to think about this intention I'm offering, which is I am capable. So as we breathe and flow through the practice, I'd like for you to think, inhale, I am, exhale, capable. And maybe specifically something that you've told yourself or somebody has told you that you're not capable. Like, why are other people's opinions facts? Why does that come up? I don't understand that. Just because somebody has an opinion, it doesn't make it a fact. So your capabilities are your own. You decide them. So especially if it's your opinion, let's change that. Let's switch it and like maybe just say, I don't think so anymore. Let's not be thinking negatively about ourselves. The last thing that we need is somebody, including ourselves, telling us that we can't do something. So if we're sitting here thinking about the last time somebody told us we weren't capable, when was it? Was it recent? Was it a long time ago? I feel like a lot of those types of things are myself. It's like this fear thing. So just take your time here and just think about it. As we flow through the practice, as we inhale, I am, and then exhale, capable. Just a couple more rounds of breath here. Finding that ujjayi breath, tapping into the intention. On that next exhale, bring right ear to right shoulder. You can keep your eyes closed here. You can open them if you'd like, but I feel like with eyes closed, you can really tap into the stretch a little bit better. Left hand can come off to the side, or the top of the hand can meet the base of the spine. All are optional, so do what feels right. You can lift and lower your chin and just kind of feel into the sides of your neck. And it's your body, so you know what you need. So whatever you do is the right thing. And then on that next exhale, come back to center. Bring your hand back to your lap. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, left ear, left shoulder. And we reach over to the right, stretching out that right ear to right shoulder. And again, you can take your hand down by your side, that right hand, or top of the hand can meet the base of the spine, finding just a little bit more depth to the shoulder stretch. And you can lift and lower your chin if that feels good here. And then on that next exhale, we come back to center. And let's take a couple of neck circles. Go really slow, feel into all the little spots in your neck, and try to, as you exhale, lean forward, inhale, lean back. Go in the same direction at least 2 times. So sip in that air, and then on that second revolution, go in the opposite direction at least once or twice. Feeling into all the different places in your neck. If there's a spot that's like squeaky or not feeling good, you can always hang out there. On that next exhale, we come back to center. And then take a deep inhale and exhale. And let's roll the shoulders up, down, and back, finding some shoulder rolls here. And really be slow and thoughtful. Feel into every movement. When we close our eyes, we can really pay attention to how our body feels. And then go in the opposite direction. After you've done a few circles backwards, go forwards. Just notice how it's different. And then inhale, both arms come out to the sides and press the top of the hands behind you. So it's like they're trying to touch each other. So that whole open chest feeling, that stretch along the front of your chest. If it feels good, you could even look up or lift your chin. If your eyes are closed, that's great. If not, that's fine too. It's your body. Exhale, wrap your arms around yourself so that you get a nice shoulder stretch in the back. And you can wiggle a little bit to the left, to the right. I'm just going to find that stretch that your body needs. And then we inhale and spread your hands again all the way out. Maybe we look up, maybe we look forward, and we lift and lower the hands this time. Let's go slow here and try to lift and lower them a lot. And then exhale, we wrap our arms around us again. This time, opposite hand comes on top, and we allow the shoulders to come forward and maybe give a little wiggle and feel that stretch in the back of our shoulders. And then go ahead and release. Inhale, both arms come up, and exhale, we reach forward. Hands come to the ground, chin to chest. Maybe we find a little wiggle in our back. Maybe we sit still. Take a deep inhale here and exhale. If it feels good, you could walk your hands over to the left and reach with the right hand, finding a really nice low back stretch. And then walk your hands to the right. Left hand then reaches, feeling that low back stretch on the other side. And then come back to center, take a deep inhale. And then exhale, we fold again. And push yourself all the way back up. Inhale, both arms come up and overhead. And we twist to the right. Both arms come down. Left hand to right knee or to the left leg. Right hand to your hip or right behind you. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, we twist. Maybe we look over the right shoulder or just in that direction. Another deep inhale here, and exhale, we twist. Come back to center. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, we twist to the left. Both arms come down. Right hand comes to left leg or to the right leg. And then left hand comes behind you or even to your hip, whatever feels good here. Look over that left shoulder. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, we lift, and exhale, we twist. And come back to center. Bring both of your hands behind you. You can extend your legs out in front or just switch the direction of your legs, whatever feels good here. My legs want to be extended all of a sudden. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, right hand comes down, left hand comes up and over. Take a deep inhale here. And then as we exhale, we find some depth to the stretch. And then inhale, both hands come up. Exhale, left hand comes down, right hand comes up and over, finding side stretch other side. Maybe we take a deep inhale, lift a little bit, and then exhale, we fold a little bit. And come back to center. Inhale, both arms come up, and exhale, we fold again. Option to do that same walkabout, walking your hands to the right and left if that felt good on your back, or you can just hang out in the middle, take a deep inhale, lift, exhale, and fold. Both options are good. On that next exhale, we push ourselves all the way back up. And then if your legs aren't extended, go ahead and extend them and shake it out. And then as your feet are in front of you and your hands are in front of you, bring your palms out, maybe squeeze your palms, make a fist, squeeze your toes, make, I don't know what this is called with our toes. I was gonna say make a fist, but it's not right. Spread your fingers, spread your toes, and make your fists your toe fists. I don't know why that's like cracking me up, but you know, it's like you'd be like in a fight and like my hands are hurting, so I'm gonna use my toes. I don't know why that's coming up for me. It just is. And then spread your fingers again and maybe do some circles in one direction and then the opposite direction. I feel like gentle stretches like this where it's like, you know, this is so good for you and you might not do it. And then take your hands and just kind of go up and down with your fingers. So just finding some joint movement in your hands. And then take your hands up. So it's like palms are up and find that stretch along here. And if it feels good, you could even press on your fingers to make the stretch a little bit more intense. And you could do the same thing if you tuck your hands. I wanted to say pants. Your pants. Tuck your hands and then get the stretch here along the top of your wrist. So do it the other side. If you didn't and you're just going like this, that's fine too. So go at whatever rate feels good for you in your hand. You can try it like this. You can try it like this. So everybody's wrists have different flexibility. So try one, see if that works. And then if it doesn't, you can always try a different. And then take your thumb and help it down and try to get that stretch. I know that's kind of weird. So it's like thumb to forearm. See if you can find a stretch there. And you can try to pull down each finger individually. So pulling down every single finger, all the digits, and then pull them back individually. And it's like, we know sometimes these are so good for our hands, but like, when was the last time you stretched your hands? We have a tendency not to take care of ourselves. And then go ahead and bring your thumb all the way down on the right or the opposite side, whatever side you were not doing. And then just pull down each digit, pressing them kind of towards your forearm, feeling a stretch. And hopefully you can kind of feel how it's a little bit different when you kind of pull down each individual one. And then the opposite way. So I have my palm up, but you could have your palm down and going like this if that feels good. And then just stretch, and then clasp your hands so you're like weaving your fingers together, and we'll find this kind of a stretch. So you're stretching your wrist, going in one direction, and try going in the opposite direction. It makes me think too much, so I don't think my hands can do it. I go in one direction and I'm like, woo, I got this. And then I'm like, wait, what's the other direction? How does this work? Just do your best. Whatever comes up, it's fine. The main goal is to stretch your wrists and then find this wave-like action. This one is good. And it kind of stretches everything. And go in the opposite direction. Again, I'm not good at opposites, but I'm gonna do it. And then let's just do just a few more scrunching of the fists, spreading of the fingers, scrunching and spreading. That sounds really weird. We can add in our toes too. So bring your hands down to your knees, legs are extended, and let's wiggle our toes. Our toes are directly in front of us. Flex your feet, point your toes, flex your feet, point your toes, and try to wiggle your pinky toe. And then the next toe. It's hard to individually wiggle your toes. It's like your big toe, you got it, right? Like you could probably wiggle that one. But your other toes, they like move together. Try to just like go like this with your toes. I don't know if that's something that you could try doing. Yeah, I can do it a little bit, but it's definitely hard, and I have to like do one at a time. I can't do both. It's like I have to really be thinking hard. So go ahead and scrunch your toes and then lift your toes, spread your toes as much as you can, almost like you're gonna pick something up with your feet. Toe dexterity is so important. We typically don't do it. So let's take our feet and just kind of take our feet in. So we feel that stretch along the outside of the ankle, and then take it out. Feel the stretch on the inside of the ankle. You could point your toe again and flex your foot, and then maybe pick a stretch that felt good that you haven't felt in your foot in a while. And then relax everything. Inhale, both hands come up, and exhale, we reach forward. Maybe our feet are flexed. Maybe our chest is lifted, or you could round your back and our feet could be relaxed. Both options are good here. So this rounded back version, it's more of a back stretch. And then if you'd like a hip stretch, we flex the feet and lift the chest and then come forward with it. So both are good options. On that next exhale, we push ourselves all the way back up. And then I'm like sliding off my bolster here. Flex my right foot, my left foot comes in for seated tree. We find a little semi-twist to the right and come back to center and line ourselves up so our soles of the foot on the left is touching either the calf or the thigh. Our right foot is flexed. My torso's lined up over my right thigh. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, my chest comes forward first. As I'm reaching, and my hands just kind of drop wherever I find my edge. So I'm like, oh, here it is. My hips are kind of tight, so my hands just drop on my shin, which is awesome. No judgment. I'm just feeling into the stretch. So the goal here isn't to like touch your toes. It's just to feel the stretch. So in the back of my right leg is where I'm feeling it in my hips. This left leg is also open. So this is feeling a stretch on this side. So there's lots of different things here that are allowing for your hips to open and different things to be felt as far as like your stretching. So tap into that. And then tap into that intention. I am capable. On that next exhale, we come all the way back up. We switch sides. Left leg extends. Right leg then finds the sole of the foot either to the calf or the thigh. You find a quarter turn to the left. Align your torso over that left leg. Flex that left foot. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, we reach. Maybe we land on our shin or our ankle, and wherever we land is good. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest a little bit. Exhale, we fold a little bit. Just notice where this stretch is, especially when our hips are tilted forward. So the fact that you're sitting on something, it helps to tilt the hips forward, and then you feel the stretch even more. So take some deep breaths here. Allow your body to open up slowly. On that next exhale, we come all the way back up and then bring both feet in, finding butterfly. And your butterfly might look like this. It might look like this. So wherever you're at, you can always bring your feet a little bit more forward if you want to feel the butterfly a little bit different. And let's let this be passive so we can inhale, both arms come up, and exhale, we just reach right out in front of our feet, roll our shoulders forward, and just allow that stretch to be a little bit more passive and just feeling really, really good. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, we fold. So while you're here, maybe find that intention. I am capable. Maybe you think of a time you were capable and you like surprised yourself, or you just knew that you could do it and you did it, and like there was this feeling from that. So what was it? See what that feels like. That next exhale, we come all the way back up. Maybe we just kind of wiggle our shoulders a little bit. And this time, I'd like you to bring your hands to your ankles, press your elbows into your knees, and as we come forward, our chest comes forward. So inhale, we look up, and exhale, we grab onto our ankles, press our elbows into our knees, and we lead with the chest. So we're feeling it completely differently this time. So it should be more in the hips and all the different places here. So I'm feeling it a little bit in my back, but mostly in my hips, in my groin area, my, let's see, outer hip, back hip, like all the different places. It really kind of hits all the hip areas. Tap into the breath. If you lost that ujjayi breath, here's a great time to come back to it. On that next inhale, we come all the way back up. Bring your knees up, wiggle out your legs a little bit. Hoo, hoo, hoo. You can make the noises. Extend your legs out to the sides and just allow those hips to kind of settle. So I almost have to do these little turns to like get my hips in alignment for myself. And it's like this internal thing. It's hard to explain, but if you just kind of shift, sometimes your hips will open up just a little bit more and just kind of feel within your body like what feels right. So just line yourself up, whatever you need. And then inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, hands come right in front of you as you lead with the chest. Your feet are flexed and you just begin to walk your hands out in front. So it's like a slow walk. And your edge might be right here, which this morning my edge is very close to the beginning of this stretch. So let's just be gentle with ourselves and understanding where our hips are at this morning. And we'll be here for at least 2 minutes. So take your time here, finding this stretch, flexing your feet. Take some deep inhales, maybe even like lengthen your breath that much more if you need it. And really the goal here is to find your edge. So once you find it, like hang out there and like just be there. You can always back off. If you notice you're like holding your breath, then it's time to back off. But if you're there, be present in it. Like, how is it feeling? Does it feel good? It shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't feel like, oh, I'm going to feel this later. It should feel like, oh gosh, yes, this is great. I'm so happy I'm here. So just recognize like where you're at in your stretch. Tap back into the breath. Feel into everything. Finding that ujjayi breath. If you lost it, this is a great place to find it again. Maybe you try to lengthen the breath even more. You could try closing your eyes and just really feeling into this stretch. On that next exhale, we push ourselves all the way back up, and then we slowly bring our feet back together, and we just extend our legs and just wiggle our knees. Bring all that awesome blood back. And then let's find our backs. So go ahead and come off of your bolster or blanket or whatever you're using, pillows. Come onto the back. Bend your knees, plant your feet into the earth. And maybe once you're here, you can wiggle your knees to the right, to the left. It's almost like a windshield wiper action. Just allowing that low back to kind of settle down. Then come to center, plant that right foot right in front of your right hip and cross the left foot over, finding your figure four. If you want to intensify this, you can help your right knee come off to the side, either to the right or to the left. That same windshield wiper action kind of gets a twist in the back and just a little bit more of a hip stretch. But you can also just stay still with it. So listen to your body and do what feels right here. So take some deep breaths. Maybe as you inhale, you're in center. Exhale, you come down to one side. Inhale, you come back to center. Exhale, you come down to one side. Or you can just stay in the center. Like, what does your body need today? We'll be here for maybe another 5 breaths. And as you breathe, maybe you think about that intention. I am capable. On that next exhale, you come back to center, plant that left foot down. You can rock your knees side to side just to kind of get that low back to center. And then plant that left foot, cross with the right, finding figure four other side. And you can do that same thing if you did it on the right, on the left. And as you inhale, you come to center. Exhale, you drop down to the right. Inhale, come to center, drop down to the left on the exhale. But these are optional, so you can always just stay in the middle. I like to just hang out in the middle. You're getting a hip stretch. You're definitely tapping into the breath. You're feeling everything into the body. So this is also good if you just want to hang out in figure four. And on that next exhale, bring both feet down to the mat. And then you can allow your knees to go back and forth here. And then extend your right leg. Left knee comes into the chest. You can grab behind the left knee and then help it over to the right, finding supine twist. Extend your left arm off to the left. Take a deep inhale as you lift the leg. Exhale, we find the twist. Just tap into the breath here. Feel within the twist. What feels right? Does it feel right to go a little deeper, to back off? To really lengthen the spine here. Then on that next exhale, come back to center. Plant both feet down. Lift up the hips. Adjust them to the right. Extend your left leg. Flex your foot. Left knee comes into chest. Grab behind the left knee and help it over to the left. Right hand comes off to the side. Take a deep inhale as we lift a little bit and exhale as we twist. Finding that nice stretch in your back. Notice if like you're squeezing your booty, maybe try to relax there. Relax your shoulder. Try to find a little bit of tension release, someplace that's you don't need to hold on to the tension. On that next exhale, begin to lower down that right hip all the way down to the mat. Plant both feet, lift your hips, and just adjust so that you're back to center. And just allow those knees to come back and forth here. So take your feet as wide as the mat. Feet kind of hang off to the side, so you're like the inside of your foot is touching the edge of the mat, and just allow your knees to just knock into each other. Take a deep inhale here. Maybe bring your hands above your head. This is just a nice passive hip stretch. So this is great if you're like hanging out with your kids. You could just put a pillow underneath your head, watch them play video games or watch a movie or something if you're like on the floor. I like to point out stuff like that just because people sometimes are in that position and all of a sudden they're like, oh, I can do this stretch really quick. And maybe you never find the opportunity, but if you do, then you're like, yes, my hips are happy now. So option to stay here, or you could even do happy baby. So if you are comfortable doing happy baby, go for it. It would be feet up to the sky, and then we reach, we lift our chest, we grab the outer edges of our feet, and then we pull our knees into our chest. It's an option. So if you'd like to go for it, go for it. Otherwise, I'll be down here in Broken Warrior, feeling all these very cool and calm vibes. Happy baby, you can extend one leg or the other. You can kind of like do lots of different like hip openers or flexibility things. It's really just meant to kind of set those hips right into place at the end of your practice. And if you went for happy baby, go ahead and release. You can stay in Broken Warrior, or you can bring the soles of the feet together and find reclined butterfly. So knees open wide, feet touch, arms above the head. And just take some deep breaths here. Allow yourself to just kind of settle and feel into everything. So we're about to come into like the last bit of our practice, and I've given you enough time to like really set yourself up here. So go ahead and roll off to one side if you'd like, and set yourself up for Shavasana. So if you have a blanket or something, I would encourage you, or a bolster, to have something for like an open chest, and have it to be like on your back like this. So if you'd like to just kind of lay onto the bolster like that, so your chest opens up. If you have a blanket, you can achieve like the same thing. So you would just fold the blanket like this, and it would be in the same place. So whatever you have, I would say grab it. You could even put a pillow between your shoulder blades. You might look at it and go, my back says no. No, Scott. So do what feels good. You might want to put your bolster underneath your calves. So if we were setting ourselves up here for this, we line our booty right in front of the blanket or the bolster and slowly come down. If it feels like too much for your back to have that little reclined or that back bend, you can kind of lift up your hips and adjust so that your whole body is on the blanket or the bolster, like your hips are lifted. But if it feels good to keep your hips on the ground, then you're getting a nice back bend as well. And then bend your knees and plant your feet into the earth. Arms are open wide here. Tuck your shoulders underneath your chest. Close your eyes. If your chest is super tight and this is uncomfortable, bring arms down by your side or even on your belly. Like, just allow yourself to be wherever you need to be. Some people have super tight chests, and so for that reason, down by your side is good. If it feels good to be open and try to like stretch it more, then go for that. You can keep your knees bent, feet flat on the earth, or you can try reclined butterfly. So soles of the feet to touch, knees open wide. If this is pinchy on your back, go back. Go back to bent knees, feet flat on the earth. You might even like legs extended here. So try all the different options. See what feels good. Close your eyes, feel within your body. You haven't started Shavasana yet. Just kind of explore here. What feels amazing? What does my body need? And then once you find it, settle here. You might even want a blanket or something else on top of you. If that's the case, grab it and be present as soon as you come back. So I'll just give you another couple of breaths here. If you found it, you're happy, then be here, be present with me. Otherwise, get whatever else you need to be really cozy. And let's just tap into that intention again. I am capable. What came up for you? How do you feel about that? I am capable. I am capable. Maybe there's something coming up where you're like having this self-doubt. I feel like imposter syndrome is a big thing for people. So like tapping into that intention for that reason is so important. So I am capable. So come to center, close your eyes, begin to just like feel into the body, let everything go. Take a deep inhale here and open mouth exhale. Sink into the mat. Deep inhale. Open mouth exhale. Let yourself really be heavy on everything. This is your Shavasana. This is your time to check in with yourself. You get to take this time to clear your mind and seal in the practice. So as we sit here and breathe, just try to like flex a couple muscles and relax them and really like sink into that relaxed version here. And then clear your mind, let everything go. If you have the tasks and the to-do list, just let them, maybe even like wash them away with your breath. So as you inhale and then exhale, they just kind of get blown to the past. They're going to come back, but not right now. And if you need to focus, imagine a color, and as you breathe, it lightens. As you exhale, it darkens. This kind of comes back and forth. And let's enjoy the next few minutes in silence for your Shavasana. Begin to tap back into the breath. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Wiggle fingers and toes. Circle out wrists and ankles. Maybe take both hands overhead for a full body stretch. Slowly roll off of your prop, whatever you're on. Slowly, slowly come back to seated. Give yourself plenty of time here. Once you find seated, bring your hands to your heart center, tuck your chin and close your eyes. Just thank yourself for showing up today, for being present in the practice. Amazing job. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. The divine light within me honors the divine light within all of you. Namaste. Awesome. Awesome, awesome job. Well, I hope you have a fabulous Tuesday. Thank you so much for practicing with me. It was so good seeing everybody. Sarah, Ari, Mariana, and Allison. Love you guys. Fabulous day. Bye.